The academic team has just won another quiz bowl competition. Well, just as they have been for the past several competitions. The academic team is pretty much how it sounds. It's a competitive team that pushes students to gain more advanced knowledge and to take that knowledge and compete with it. Diving deeper into how this team works, I spoke to its sponsor, Ms. Hart, for more insight.
Well, there's usually 20 questions, and so there's 4 people on each side from each team. And so they read the question, and then the student, when they know the answer, they can buzz in. And then if their team gets the question right, then their team gets to have some bonus questions. Kind of just goes back and forth like that for 20 questions, and whoever has the most points at the end is a winner.
Following Ms. Hart's interview, I sat down with Yannick Davidson and Bryson Fetters to learn more about their own experiences on the team.
You know, academic team's good because you can basically put in as much or as little time as you want to get into it. So, for example, when we're preparing to go to the national tournament like we did last year, I think I probably spent about 3 to 4 hours a day studying. Outside the club, basically maybe 30 minutes a day.
Typically, I want to do about an hour or 30 minutes a day for studying. When you get that question when you've been studying it, you just feel really great.
Well, I think for some students it pushes them to know more about a particular subject than what they learn in class. They have to know like some extra stuff about a topic, and a lot of times that's not something that's taught like in the regular curriculum.
I then asked about the specifics on the last competition, the Cougar Invitational.
So we did pretty well at the competition last Saturday. I believe there were 16 teams in total. So at the end of the single elimination tournament, we ended up winning. I think we had a total record of 9-0. We ended up with a 475 to 275 victory over the second place team, I believe. So it was a good tournament overall. I was happy with the team's performance.
I also noticed that the competitors really seem to have a passion for competing and just for working together in general.
We have a good practice schedule, and everybody in the team is very dedicated to participating in the event. You know, furthermore, the vast majority of people here, along with being serious, don't take the activity too serious to the point that it wouldn't be fun. So we have a good time at practices. We're a loose team. We're pretty successful. So overall, I think it's a good team for me.
They really get into it at the tournaments, and they like answering questions, and they like getting them right, and they get really frustrated when they miss them.
Typically, it's like really short. It's a really short burst of intense ire towards that other person. Like, why did you not get that?
Because, like, you know, you could have been in, you could have gotten the question. Your teammates will usually exasperatedly look at you, maybe sigh, drop their buzzer, maybe hit you, write something down frantically. But in all seriousness, nobody really cares about it after one question. It's just in the moment, you're like, man, I could have gotten that.
To be honest, you realize they just made a simple mistake, which we all do on occasion, but you better not do it again.
One thing that I found particularly interesting was just how much fun the team seemed to have around each other.
What? We were actually in the final round of a tournament last month, and a team member of ours, Evan, we were playing. It was a really tight game, and we see him it's 2 words into the question. He picks up his buzzer and screams California, and the whole room just looks at him. They're like, "There's no way this could be correct." But yeah, it was correct, and it was great. It basically won us the game. When somebody gets a really outlandish or really good question, the team generally is very excited. One of our sophomore members is known for screaming "Yeah!" after some of his buzzes. So it's fun.
In short, this is a very committed, very charismatic, very competitive team with some very promising end goals.
Well, my end goal is going to be quite far away because I'm still a sophomore. But I'm hoping that I'll be at least I'll be a really good player who will be able to power lots of questions by the time I'm a senior, and who knows, maybe even get maybe even at finals at nationals, we might be able to get close to top 10 or something. That would be really great. But that's a dream because that's still really far away, and obviously there's lots of work to get there. So.
So this is my last year of playing in academic team, so I'm really, we're not looking for something like huge pie-in-the-sky goal of win nationals. Basically, I think my goal for the team is to do one round better than we did last year. We did really well at nationals last year. We were the only team from Oklahoma to make the playoff. So I just want us to, make it a round or two further in the playoff this year. Hopefully get within the top 50 in the nation. And if we did that, I'd be more than happy.
And last year was the first year that some of our students have actually made it to day 2, and they're just really excited, and it was fun to see them be successful. So I hope that we'll get to do that again this year and make it even further in that tournament. So.
From Timberwolf Tracks and Channel 18, this has been Jonah Hockman reporting.